Hey friends, Mikester here, and welcome to this episode of Pause for the Cause. And I want to introduce to you Gail Snider.
Hello, Mike.
Hello, Gail. It's great to see you. Now, tell us your connection with First United Methodist Church and how it relates to Alzheimer's and dementia support.
Well, it actually began with a gift that was made to First Church to specifically fund Alzheimer's and dementia education.
Mm-hmm.
And then in January of 2018, because of the enthusiastic efforts of Linda Abel,
Yes.
the Dementia Friendly Fort Worth was created as a separate 501c3 nonprofit,
Mm-hmm.
and that now is the arm of the Alzheimer's and dementia education here at First Church.
Wow. And it has grown and has become so very important.
It has, and it's having a greater impact on the community because of the start that it got here at First Church.
I bet. So what we do within our walls and beyond our walls, it's all very important.
Yes.
Tell us about what happens every Wednesday in the chapel.
Well, that's one of the favorite parts of our week.
Mm-hmm.
Every Wednesday at 10 o'clock, we have what's called Dementia Friendly Chapel. And we sing old hymns, familiar scripture readings, and Linda loves to say that there's not a sermon.
And all of us like worship without a sermon, let's be honest.
And it's really great to see people with dementia actually participating in the worship experience and singing every word of the songs.
Wow. There's kind of a magic with music when it comes to our brains, isn't there?
That's correct. So people with dementia retain music and memory and poems and prayers.
That has to be so moving for both you and Linda and every person who participates in that.
It is, and we actually have a couple of sisters who come faithfully every week who found out about Dementia Friendly Chapel through Facebook. And the sister who does not have dementia can hardly keep from crying every week because it means so much to her.
You have God moments every week.
Every week. Every week.
There are also ongoing throughout the year. There are educational opportunities, support groups, a wide array of things, correct?
Yes, so we have educational events that generally happen on Wednesdays, and you can find out about those through the church's website by putting in dementia in the search bar. But you can also find out about those at the new Dementia Friendly website, which is very simple. It's dffw.org.
That's great. Congratulations on that website.
It's very exciting.
I bet it has been. Also, can you tell us about a phrase that's called Dementia Live? What's that?
So Dementia Live is a simulation experience that helps the person who has a normal brain understand what it's like for someone who has a brain that's dying. Now, Mike, didn't you recently have a chance
I did.
to do Dementia Live?
I really did.
So what was that like for you?
It was an experience of giving me an opportunity to try to imagine what it was like if I was in a gathering of people and I couldn't do my normal functions, whether it was visual or how I used my hands. And also I remember just the sensation of the headphones that we wore and how the sounds that we heard sort of made everything seem a bit confused. And I guess that's what it's like for a person who has dementia.
So the noise in the headphones actually provides the confusion for the brain.
Yeah.
But the entire experience gives you an idea of what it's like for someone who has dementia that can't remember what they're supposed to do, when they're supposed to do it, or how they're supposed to do it. And by participating in that experience, you can have more empathy and you can be more aware so that you can recognize when someone is struggling and they need your help.
Yes. And And because of that, and you gave us a handout, I remember, and it talked about the different parts of our brain and the sides of a bookshelf, and how that's different from for a normal brain and a brain that's been dying with dementia. And I've shared that with members of my family because of one of our family members, and have found that very helpful.
Yes, yes. So the really great thing about this experience is that it can be used with groups of all types. We have actually done the Dementia Live experience with all the church staff.
Yes.
And we are looking for other ways to give opportunities for the general population of the church to have that experience as well. So you can find out more about that through watching the announcements on the weekly basis of when these opportunities will be available.
Wow. So it sounds like you're saying that you and Linda would love to visit with a Sunday school class, a group in our church, and it sounds like you even do this with groups beyond our church, correct?
That's correct. That's correct.
Wow. I can't thank you and Linda enough for everything that you're doing in our church and in our community with this very, very important ministry.
Well, one of the reasons why it is so important is because there are so many people in the community that are reaching the age where they're at a greater risk for mild cognitive impairment and dementia. And as a community and as a faith community, we need to be prepared to provide resources and assistance to those families that are in need.
Well, Gail, thank you for serving our community and our church in such an important way.
Thank you, Mike. It's been a pleasure.
Good.
I enjoy it very much.
I know, I can tell that. And we've enjoyed having all of you with us today, so thank you for joining in on this Pause for the Cause.